Hi guys, this is 2IS Adventures here, back with another video. Today I'm here to give you an update video on my 2008 Lexus IS250, aka Lucía. I'm going to go over some of the smaller modifications I've done ever since the last video, maintenance and other plans that I have for this car. So let's dive into it. So I did get replacement headlights. The first set of these were bad at leaking condensation, but these are do the same thing too. So I don't even know at this point. I'm kind of just tired of taking off the bumper and getting new headlights. I may invest in another set in the future, but these still work well. Besides the condensation issue, sometimes it does dry up and it doesn't cause any problems for now, but we'll see in the future. I did add this F Sport style grill. Love that. I think it helps make the car look a bit more aggressive and more sleek. I kept this part chrome because I wanted it more unique. Usually people black these out, but I don't think it looks right blacked out in my opinion. I think I like the more cleaner chrome approach to things. I also added these smoke fault light housings. I got these off, I think, eBay. Yeah, eBay. I think Amazon sells them too. But yeah, I recommend these. My other ones were old and hazy. Someone in the IS community recommended me these, so I jumped on it. It kind of helped match the headlights. So I need to get new tires for this car all around. Although the tread in some places are not bad, but everybody knows these cars have, or the enthusiasts know that these cars have alignment issues. My wall spoiler is still on. I'm debating on getting another one and just redoing it because this part will not sit flush at all. There's something, the little hump for the wall spoiler on the inside, like only like the other side of this, it protrudes, and I've seen other ones that don't protrude, even though this one is made for this generation IS. So I don't know, I'm a little confused there why it has that. But yeah, this car is a beauty. This is amazing. We're gonna plan on getting that front lit for this car soon. Kind of help make it look more aggressive in the front. I did also add drilled and slotted brake rotors, and I got new brake pads all around. The last brakes were on the last legs. The car, the last set of rotors were basically warped, so I just went ahead and replaced them. But yeah, now back in the early month of September in 2024, I was meeting up with a friend, and when I got to our meetup spot, the check engine light had came on, and it did a little shutter, a little rough idle, whatever. That's fine. And I ended up taking it to the shop a week and a half later. The diagnosis came back as a bad O2 sensor, the upstream one, or no, it was the downstream. Sorry. I went ahead and told them they could replace it for 470. So it's not too bad, but not even 4 days later, when Hurricane Helene had hit, The check engine light had came back on, and then I tried to clear it. It came back on not even a whole full day later. And then up recently, it went back off, and it's stayed off ever since. So I don't know if it needed time to adapt to the new O2 sensor or not, but there's that. That's really the only maintenance thing that I had going on. This car still is very reliable. I haven't had any major problems with it, so that's great. But yeah, the inside is still nice. I went shopping earlier, but got some stuff in here. Yeah, the inside is still nice. I'm gonna turn on this AC because it's getting a little hot. Um, everything still works. The only thing I could really think of is if I probably mentioned this in my last video, but yeah, the shifter is different. Everything still works. Heated and ventilated seats, climate control, all works. Everything's still smooth in this car. It's nice. Horn, nice. All that still works. So, nothing really much on the inside. I'm probably gonna keep the wood and everything. I like the wood grain actually in this car. A lot of people, they don't really like the wood, and they cover it up with either like a black film, which I think looks cheap in my opinion because it looks like black plastic. They just put like a black matte film over this. I'm just like, ew. If you're gonna do it, at least do carbon fiber. That's just me personally. But yeah, back seats are still in great condition, hardly used. So rear AC vents, all the typical luxuries you would expect in a luxury sedan. Even has a storage unit, so that's nice. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna add a front lip to this car, get some new tires. I do plan on lowering this bad boy, hopefully soon. I do have my eye on a set of coil levers that I want to try for this car. It just looks amazing. But yeah, looking good. Taillights still work fine. They still do the taillight animation and everything. So that's nice. I haven't really had any problems with these taillights at all. So no really comments there. I'll show you guys the turn signals. Sequential still look nice. But yeah. Triple beam with the headlights. I gotta re-aim this headlight right here. You can see like the third triple beam right there is a little off, pointed down. I don't know why. I adjusted these to make sure that they were good and stuff. But I think going over rough roads and stuff kind of messed up the alignment of the headlights. South Carolina has terrible roads. If you live in South Carolina or any state that's known for bad roads, you know what I'm talking about. That's what the fog lights look like, illuminated with the smoke housing. But yeah, other than that though, these headlights are pretty bright. They don't really give me problems with seeing. Only thing I just hate is that condensation issue that I touched on, but yeah. Just a beautiful car. Like, you can't really find a better car on the market for this price point, given the reliability, the features, and the luxury that you're getting with this car. especially if you get a more option one. This is a more of a little less of a option one. Only thing I'm missing is the luxury package, but this one has everything that I would want anyway. Navigation package, backup camera, AFS headlights, which of course they're not in, but just heated and ventilated seats, perforated leather seats at that. So, it's okay. I still get a sunroof, push to start, smart key entry. Overall, not a bad car. I recommend anybody an IS250 or IS250. If you can find an IS250 for a fair price, go for it. It's a little bit quicker than a 250. And you don't have to really deal with the direct injection thing. But on this car, my car, it's really not that bad. I haven't had any problems with carbon buildup. But I do plan on just replacing the PCV valve and probably just replacing the intake gaskets and all that stuff. Spark plugs, just to get this car dialed in so it runs better. All right, guys, that's gonna conclude this video. Stay tuned for the next video. I do have some more content planned for y'all. I'm gonna try to stay consistent uploading, giving y'all new content, new ideas for your cars, even more tips and tricks, and just stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully the next video will be more of a different looking car. But thank you guys for everything. Thank you for the guys for the support. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys. With that being said, stay tuned for the next video. To IS Adventures out. Peace.